Hi, hello, howdy, welcome back to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei Original 4. I'm just gonna be upfront, I feel very bad right now. I've had a very bad week. Maybe not very bad, but I've just had a bad week, and I feel pretty anxious right now. I don't have the energy to fake it. I don't have another time I can record. Okay, awesome. If I don't record this literally right now, I'm not gonna have a better opportunity to get it done in the week, so we're just gonna have to power through it. Cards on the table, I am stopping the fucking second I get to Izanami. I'm not fighting her. So if this segment is only like 40 minutes or less, I don't care. And you shouldn't either. I have a lot of grinding to do off screen anyways. I'm not expecting to get much experience, but you know, up to this juncture. I don't know what I'm saying. I just need to check what they were weak to. They don't resist ice at all, so let's just do this. I want this to be over so fucking bad. I know I say it a lot, but I mean it a lot. I'm ready to be moving on with my life. I'm really not looking forward to how much grinding I have to do, but that's just a reality that I have to embrace, confront even. Why are you using Bufu? What the fuck are you using Bufu Law for? Why don't you have Bufu dying? Also, I just realized I'm talking a bit softer / under my breath, so now I'm like a little worried my audio's not getting picked up, but whatever. Like, my commentary. Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't want to do this but we're doing it, and that's what matters. Because so many fucking people watch this shit. It's whatever. I think last segment's audio came out basically fine. I don't remember having any audio balance issues. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention, which is entirely possible, but you know, it probably is good. I like how my commentary sounds now. My computer like doesn't get picked up in the background, so my audio is clearer, less noisy in the background. It's just sounds not necessarily more professional because I was never professional, nor is this a profession for me. But that is the go-to adjective for this type of thing. Yeah. It does look like it's still picking up some background sound, but it's whatever. And, you know, if I move it a bit, is this better? Let's see. Actually, it is. Okay. That did improve the noise level a bit. Fuck you. I probably should equip the fucking robe I got that's 50% experience buff, but I don't feel like it right now. Just because I don't want to, like, have that equipped and then, like, suddenly be really weak and, like, die from something sneezing on me. Which might happen. Probably not, but might. I got a cough. Cough was actually the wrong word. It was more of a throat clear. I do that a lot. Hashtag throat clearers. Hashtag thrusty. I've been thinking recently about, like, just genuinely how much misery must go into actually caring about having to censor yourself for YouTube. I know that sounds like a bit of a tangent, but just, like, it feels like lately I hear YouTubers complain about, like, oh man, I have to really be careful when YouTube demonetizes me and blah 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 blah. And it's like, man, I would never want to have to be that person. I'm already, like, you know, I'm already not very good at, like, trying to keep myself from saying certain things. Having to censor myself more would be such a fucking cunt. I don't know. It's just, you know, and then it's just like, for me, it's like, I think part of the fun of this is that I can do it at my own pace and I can do what I want and I'm beholden to no one. If I had to, like, suddenly become my own boss about it, or worse, make YouTube my boss, that would just suck all the fun and joy out of it. Chakra Ring is what Naoto is equipped, right? Yeah, it is. I could give it to Yukiko, but she so fucking doesn't need it. She has, like, approximately 893 SP. If I have gone through all of her SP in the final boss fight, I have fucked up. Like, that is not a matter of, oh, I should have had the chakra ring, but it's like, I should have played better. You know? Like, that's the installation there. The real strategy was using my brain better. Fucking flipping a coin on my decisions was probably a better strategy than whatever I had done up to that point. I don't remember how many floors there are to this dungeon. I want to say there's 8. Maybe there's more. I don't know. Maybe it's 6, 7. Everyone at work keeps complaining about people saying 6, 7. It's like, I get that they have kids, but like, also, who gives a shit? Like, it's let kids be weird and stupid and have their own dumb little jokes. I don't know. I actually don't care. Let's see. I don't think this will... I really want the all-out attacks to be killing these motherfuckers, but after the last one, I'm doubtful. Yeah, alright. They survive with like 2 HP each. Whatever. Oh no, I didn't have the chakra ring. Okay. I should stop bitching and being a very pleasant person. And oh, okay, cool. Hooray! Maybe now the all-out attacks will kill. Actually, genuinely, they might. So today, at work, on my lunch break, I almost finished the Famicom Detective Club, Emio the Smiling Man. Yes, that was in the wrong order, and yes, I think it should be in that order. For whatever reason, the title of that game is Emio the Smiling Man, then Detective Famicom Club. It's so awkward. Oh, okay. I didn't realize we had a boss coming up. I don't fucking care. What's the boss? Oh, it's this thing. Oh, I vaguely remember this thing. I didn't realize this was the floor, so... Also, I did just spoil it for myself. It is, in fact, 9 floors, but the 9th floor being the final boss. Also, nice flop. Suck my dick about it. So Sleeping Table is... If I recall correctly, it doesn't really do much. Well, okay. If I recall correctly, it's a Fear Ghastly Whale spammer, I think? Maybe? I mean, Sleeping Table was a huge bitch in Persona 3, but this one I don't remember having much issues with. I could be totally misremembering. The Detective Famicom shit's gonna have to wait. Ironic, this is kind of ironic considering the story I was gonna tell. That wasn't planned, I promise. None of you will even get what I'm saying until afterwards, but whatever. But yeah, so... I don't know, just... Oh, it does use Megitodon, okay. Well, unless you're one-shotting... Oh, baby. That's not particularly scary. Just to be on the safe side. Just to say, fuck it. What if Yukiko gets, like, feared and then I can't deal with her? It's just... You know, I don't care. Anyways... So yeah, I'm not really worried about this thing considering it only has 2,000 HP. Fucking Neo Minotaur had over twice that. Granted, Neo Minotaur wasn't hard either, but... It is nice that we got a level up right before this fight, though, because... The level up buff. Marf. Did I just say Marf in one of these segments? Ah, whatever. Oh no, oh fuck you, you're gonna hit someone, aren't you? I knew it. That's whatever. I actually kind of prefer... I would have preferred if Conchi just, like, fucking either died or his Endurer activated. Because the Homunculus did not need to be spent there, but whatever. I don't get to fucking opt in or opt out of it. Okay, I'm probably killing this thing, aren't I? For shits and giggles, I will use Garu, even though it should not make a difference. Oh, whatever. This dungeon is so unremarkable. It's unreal. I don't understand why people like this endgame. And, like, the worst part is, I could at least understand if you're, like, saying, oh, the final dungeon is great, if you think it's, like, Magatsu Inaba, because that dungeon is pretty good for what it is. But this is so, like... This is, like, Unseasoned Chicken, the video game experience. What the fuck ever. I'm angry now. How do I get to the treasure chest? Probably how... Yeah, I have to go this way. This was the midpoint. Whatever. Oh, yeah. Detective Famicom Club. So anyways, I'm playing it on my lunch break. And I'm in the final chapter. Well, final in quotation marks. Because it's called the final chapter, but there's a chapter after it that's like the epilogue. I've been spoiled on this. So I'm in the final chapter, and we're getting to like the killer reveal, and we're getting like the whole like climactic like everything laid out in front of the player, and then like it just like my lunch break ends and I have to go, and I just kind of just stop, and I kind of forgot I was even playing the game for the rest of my shift, and I didn't even care. So anyways, I don't really like the Detective Famicom Club game that came out in 2024 called Emiya the Smiling Man. Where's Rebellious Cyclops? Where the fuck is it? There it is. It's weak to ice. Being weak to ice might as well just be a death sentence for you, bro. Oh, these things drain ice. That's annoying. I mean, I could just individually attack. It's just like, I hate doing that. Yeah, I didn't really like... I'm not done with it yet. I'm gonna finish it after I'm done recording. Shut the fuck up. I love you, Conchi, but please. I did not... unless something radically, like, unexpected happens, I'm gonna safely say this is my least favorite of the Detective Famicom Club games, which is crazy to say considering I don't even like the first two. My god! Yeah, fuck it. Those were the 3 I needed to get anyways. Get a free whatever. Oh damn, that actually is that like the first time that's actually been a good decision? Awesome. I'm gonna drink something. Alright, I'm back. But I guess to explain my position, I think the first 2 Detective Famicom... Hello? Did my game just freeze on me? Oh my god, is it... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it's actually... Okay, I actually was about to turn it off. Well, okay, that's a lie. It wasn't that I was about to, but I was about to stop recording, then turn it off. That's really concerning. I thought for a second my disc was fucked. This Detective Famicom story is not getting told. Like, the forces of Earth are going to intervene soon to stop me from telling it. Whatever. Okay, the first 2 Detective Famicom Club games, if you've not played them, I'm talking about the remaster, remake, whatever you want to call it, that were released on eShop. Those are not the best. In fact, I don't like them. The remakes / remasters, I guess remake's the better way to put it, because I mean, if you want to get nitpicky, it's kind of a remaster, but who gives a shit? Anyways, the thing about it is that, like, they're NES games originally, and oh boy, does it show in those in the 2021 version. I'll just start saying that. It's gonna be really funny if they weren't 2021, but I think they were. Actually, I have to look it up now. It's gonna bug me. God damn it. Detective Famicom. Yeah. Detective Famicom Club games. Wow, they listed all of them but the ones I'm looking for. Okay, it was 2021. Okay, I was right. I knew. I'm kind of autistic about remembering release years for games, and that's not me being, like, glib. That's, like, I genuinely like to remember that shit. I commit it to memory a lot of the time. So anyways, they keep a lot of the crust and frictionality of the NES games, which on the one hand really fucking sucks. It just really is not very enjoyable to play, and you're going to need a guide, which is not the worst thing ever, but it's like sometimes it's just like you have to have the same conversation like 7 different times, and like you have to navigate it by clicking like 4 different topics in a different order. It's just really annoying. But on the other hand, it's like, it's kind of cool from a game preservationist standpoint. It is genuinely kind of neat that they kept the unwieldiness and the mistakes of the original. I don't know if I necessarily, like, if I had the choice, I probably would have preferred if they had cleaned that shit up a bit. In fact, I almost certainly can say that. Like, I know that in my heart of hearts, those games would have been actually enjoyable for me if I didn't have to fucking play them with a guide up my ass after a certain point. But, you know, I respect that. I don't respect it for Emio. Emio, the Smiling Man, has, like, the same exact problem, and it has worse pacing somehow. It has more filler. It is so much more fucking boring. I don't think the first two games are necessarily masters of plot or anything, but they actually feel like things happen for the most part. And it feels like, you know, regardless of how, like, how interesting you find talking to the same characters over and over again, it does feel like you progress the investigation. I don't really get that with Emio. Without going into spoilers, it feels like you basically know who did it from the word go. Like, based on the information the game gives you. And I want to be clear, I haven't finished the game, so maybe they're about to double bluff me, because they have done that in the series so far. Maybe they will, but either way, like, up to this point, I've just been so bored. So capital B bored. And it's really it's just in terms of, like, investigation, like, mystery genre type aspects, it does feel like you circle the drain on so many of the same, like, conversations. Not even that, like, you're talking about the murder with new information. It just feels like you constantly revisit the same people, talk about the same things, and then, like, these are conversations that could have very easily been collapsed into one central, like, here, we're going to dump all this information at once, and we're going to establish everything this character knows, or everything about this specific day, you know, based on records or history or whatever. Or we're going to go into everything about this, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of just a convention I think a lot of us take for granted when it comes to these types of stories, like a whodunit or a murder mystery, or even just, like, a mystery novel in general. But I guess I should also include mystery games, but whatever. But you really take it for granted because you play Detective Famicom Club. Oh my god, it just ceaselessly you're gonna be talking about the same shit, and you're also talking to the same people repeatedly. And I mean, to some degree, that makes sense. That is largely what I bet, you know, being a detective is like. But to a certain degree, it just gets so annoying. Like, there's this one character in Emio called Kamihara, and oh my god, it feels like you talk to him like 9 times over the span of like 3 hours, and it's so redundant a lot of the time. You tackle the same topics, you cover the same shit. There's like really no need to have this character be this present, because he doesn't really change very much, and what we learn about him is like basically consistent throughout every conversation. He's like the comic relief guy with the heart of gold or whatever, but also he's an annoying sex pest cop, and I don't like him, and I kind of wished he would die. And then you have a lot of like red herring dead end storylines that I won't get into, or like things that just kind of don't really need to be in the game because they don't go anywhere. Or I want to be clear, like, I think a mystery needs red herrings, or at least some type of like misdirection. I know it can't be all gas no brakes. Like, I'm not foolish about it. Oh my god. I get it, but it's also like, to a certain degree, I think the majority of the plot should be spent on relevant information that will matter. You know what I mean? Like, I think if we're going to spend so much time on, like, let's say one plot point or subplot or character motive or whatever, I think that should be germane to the broader reveals, you know? I can't go into detail without spoiling stuff. I don't think anyone would really care, but for the sake of being polite, I don't know. I won't say anything, but like, there's just so many things I can think of off the top of my head that just feel like they had no payoff, or they were just there to mislead the player in not a very interesting way. I don't know, like, maybe I'm just not open-minded enough, but like, I don't know, like, considering this was the year that I got into Higurashi Numi Neko, I have very strong feelings about mystery genres lately. I don't know, I have my problems with Higurashi Numi Neko, Higurashi more so. But I think at the end of the day, the mystery is fundamentally interesting, and it is done in a way that is compelling. I think it has problems. I think here the mystery isn't even interesting. It's like they made the serial killer like story feel so mundane. I don't know, like maybe not mundane, but just like it doesn't feel like there's any real stakes. I don't really get like I don't know. It doesn't feel very interesting. They try to build up the serial killer as this like urban legend guy, but it's just like I don't really care. If you, that's hot. So this thing's weak to fire. Stoic snake. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I'm being a little harsh, and I think it's entirely because, or not entirely, but mostly because I played the first two Detective Famicom Club games earlier this year, probably like 2 months ago, let's say. And I was hoping the game would build off of what was established there. You know what I mean? I was hoping on some level I would feel the evolution of the series, or at least like it would feel like the game has gotten better as a formula design standpoint. And I think I can feel maybe a marginal part of that. I think the game is better at giving hints by saying like there's an option to think where you can like have your character go, what should I do next? And that, well, in the first two games, the 2021 remakes, that option didn't feel really that useful outside of the specific times you had to do it, because they didn't really give you hints when you did that. But in Emio, you're always getting hints when you do that, and I think that's really good. Also, is that always a Soma because it's so out of the way? I feel like it must be. Also, this looks like kanji. Maybe it is. Whatever. So I like that they made it easier to navigate in that way, like to have your character nudge you in the right direction. And I always had a general idea of what I should do. There's only a few times I had to refer to a guide, but I still had to refer to a guide. I guess saying I had to play it with a guide at my ass is a bit misleading, but it also just felt like I didn't want to waste time on that game anymore, because after a certain point I just felt so uninvested in the plot and the characters, and it felt all so predictable in this way that like I was just tapped out, you know what I mean? So I'm really disappointed. I really, really wanted to like that game. Like I'm not overstating it. Like from the moment that it was announced and I heard about it, I was like, oh fuck, I gotta get into Detective Famicom Club. Because that was a series I had always been mildly interested in, just because I played Super Smash Bros. Melee, and the Ayumi Tachibana trophy is iconic. For better or for worse, it's really awkward looking, especially when you know the context of the pose she's doing, like why she's reacting like that. But it is still a very memorable thing, and I would say the game that Ayumi is a primary character in is the best one. I guess she's in all three games. The missing heir, she's not really that present in. She does exist, but you really don't talk to her very much, and everything she does is off screen. So it does feel like you're basically on your own. I need to cough, clear my throat, whatever.
Watch it. That one's immune to electricity.
Anyways, and then in The Girl Who Stands Behind, she is a much greater, like, she has much more presence. She's a greater focus in the game. She gets a lot more development, too. Well, it's kind of like, it's the, like, chronologically that case happens before the first game, and it's supposed to be, like, how you met Ayumi, but, I don't know. I thought you were, no, you're not weak to physical, what am I doing? Oh, fuck you for real. God damn it. I forgot I didn't have the advantage. Do the Cyclopses absorb fire at all or anything? God damn it, what the okay, they're there. No, they don't. Well, anyways.
Enemy defeated. Keep up the good work, Kanji.
Why did I attack that one? It wasn't moving next. That was kind of silly of me in retrospect. Anyways, I don't know, like, I guess my point is, like, The Girl Who Stands Behind, I don't even really like that one. I think it does have a lot of the problems of, like, you need a guide to get through a lot of stuff. It feels very esoteric to its own detriment, and it could use a better, like, feeling of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Brevity? Not brevity, more like, trying to think how to phrase, like, collapsing information. Chunking, I don't know, like, basically, like, it needs to have less conversations where you go over the same stuff. It needs to focus more on developing new things. It's like, I still think that's the best one. It still has those fundamental issues. So that's just like, you know, Emio having those same problems is so disappointing. And not only that, it's like I feel like I'm inclined to be harsher because it had the opportunity to be a better game. It had the opportunity to say, okay, we can fix a lot of the problems in this formula. You know what I mean? And the fact that it didn't is really disappointing. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just like I want to like the game. I really do, and I just don't. It feels like the whole thing about like, oh, you can play as Ayumi sometimes. It's like, what does it matter? Not to be a certain way, but like, it doesn't really feel like you're doing much any. Like, okay, she plays basically the same as the main character. Who I'm not expecting like, oh, she can parry attacks or some shit. But I'm expecting like, it doesn't feel like she ever really like differentiates herself gameplay wise. Like, her internal monologue feels pretty much identical to the main characters, so it doesn't feel like there's much like to look forward to. And it's like, oh, I'm playing as Ayumi finally. It's like you get a different music track, and that's basically it. I don't know, like, it's and it's also like the stuff that she investigates is a lot less interesting, to be blunt. I don't want to go into details though. I really wish I had found a reason to love that game, to be its champion, but I don't know, man. It's not even necessarily a pacing thing, it's more just like a fundamental mechanics thing. You know, like, you could call it a mystery visual novel all you want. It's still a video game. I don't care what you say, it's a video game. I am playing it through my console. You know, like, it's... oh yeah, the Rita Light, I have to use Hama. So, like, if you're not accommodating the things that make the game engaging, how am I supposed to be engaged? You know, like, okay, I think you could say, like, visual novels aren't video games. I don't necessarily agree, but I understand the idea behind that opinion. But I do, because I would disagree, and I say that there is an integral interfacing mechanic, or not interfacing mechanic, but just interfacing and play is inherently part of a visual novel. You know what I mean? And for better and for worse, it can really make a difference. You know, like it doesn't just have to be you press X and text advances. It could be you press X and only one letter advances to simulate that the protagonist or whoever's speaking is really scared and it's tense. Or it could be like the screen shakes as you advance text to simulate that it's a high-paced scene where some action is happening. Or you press X and then suddenly it jump cuts to an image of something, and that's supposed to, you know, simulate the sudden, like not necessarily jump scare, but you know what I mean. It's like to grab your attention. It's like these things matter. I would say that they really matter, especially for like a game that is so fundamentally slow paced and doesn't have that much action in it. You know, if you're a visual novel where it feels like things are constantly happening, that you can maybe get away with not having as much attention to detail in that respect. But for a game that is mostly just like mulling around, trying to figure out things, talking to people in low stakes environments, and just like trying to solve a mystery, I think that type of shit matters so much more. You know what I mean? It's like, if I'm sitting around feeling bored, it's probably because you're not doing something right. Maybe it's a reflection of my patience or lack thereof, or maybe I'm just like not meeting the game halfway. But truly, I wanted to like it, and I couldn't find a reason to. You know, that's really the shame of it. The shame of it all is that I bought a game, I wanted to like it, and I didn't. And, you know, now I have to unpack why, and I think I have, for the most part. I don't know, just... Also, I gotta be real, I haven't mentioned it, but I really fucking don't like the love triangle shit they added to the game. It is thankfully not nearly as present as I thought it would be at one point, but I just don't give a shit. The main character has the personality of a wet, like, fucking candle. I don't give a shit. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have done that, considering how bad your lunker is by this point, like, level-wise, but whatever. I don't know, I probably have more to go into, but I still haven't finished the game, so, like, there is an asterisk to all of this that, like, it could possibly be that I changed my mind at like, 5 minutes from the end of the game. Like, oh man, I completely didn't see that coming, and that reframes everything I thought about this, which would not happen. But it's whatever. I'm planning to beat it tonight. I already said that, and then I'll probably just review it and move on with my life. I really do feel like burned by the series in a very sad way, because this is something I had like on my own hyped up quite a bit, and it's really disappointing that I just don't get to really have sex. I don't know what I'm saying. Come the fuck on, dude! What are you doing? Okay, fuck this. I don't need the advantage that fucking... Okay, I got it anyways. Hashtag swag. Anyways. I need to take a drink. I've been talking too much. What the fuck is going on with my disc? Hello? Oh, okay. I'm really worried the game's gonna crash on me or some shit. I haven't removed the disc recently. I'm nervous. What the fuck is going on? Is my disc gonna die in the final boss fight? I really am worried I'm not fucking with you guys. Because I would be fucking with you. I don't know. What the fuck is bold ball? I got some bold balls for you right here. I don't even think it's gonna be good, but I just want to see what it does. If I could fucking find it. Did I pass it? Okay, is it... Where is it? Was it an accessory? Ah, fuck me. I could just Google it and save myself some time, but... We're doing it the dumb way. Oh my god. Sometime today. In retrospect, this doesn't even have equipment. Oh, I'm stupid. Persona 4 Bold Ball. Watch this, it's like, oh, you don't get paralyzed. Oh my god, it's an accessory that prevents the user from being afflicted with fear. It's gonna be really funny when I edit this, and it's like, oh, I went past Bold Ball like 3 times in the accessory screen. I don't want to take any longer than I need to at this point. There's no treasure chest to get over that way. My game has been like trying to kill itself, which is apt. I think this game should kill itself. But I kind of just want to get to a save point and stop. Honestly, like it's just I'm being practical at this point. I have practical concerns. I probably should split the segment here, but I think I'll probably get to the end of this segment in the next like 10 minutes, so... Neo Minotaur. Oh, it's weak to all elements. Okay, well, why the fuck did you even bother coming to the party? Oh no! I guess all elements is misleading. It's not weak to physical. Because physical is an element, and you would have thought that I meant that. Honestly, if this is short enough, I could theoretically edit and upload in the same night, but I don't know if I would want to. You know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck off. Wait, oh, it's actually weak to fire. Okay. I thought it was all the weaknesses are technical weaknesses, but it's legitimately weak to fire. Okay, whatever. I mean, that didn't change what my game plan was, but good to know, I guess. Well, anyways. Is there even anything I need to get from a treasure chest? Is there anything worth getting? I don't know why I give a shit. I'm doing it for the troll. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, I forgot to mention. It's not really much of an update, but I did beat We Love Katamari / We Heart Katamari last week on Friday, actually, while I was editing. It might have been a little bit after I was editing, but whatever. Yeah,
No-brainer. I'm sure
I
you'll
have
win.
said basically how I feel about that game. My opinion has not really changed much. Does it really? Does it resist or block? It's strong. Okay, so it resists. Sorry, it resists everything but Almighty. So, yeah.
Last one. Go for
Well,
it.
anyways, I could have mind charged if I wanted to be a cunt about it. Actually, I might have needed to. No, that's not the strongest cookie. Never mind. Anyways, but yeah, I finished We Love Katamari. I stand by everything I said. Nothing has changed. I just need to finish the completion log, which I do give a shit about because I do the retro achievements things for the games that I play sometimes. Unless I don't. Hashtag mysterious. Okay, why am I saying hashtag? Fuck you. Um, I'm mostly done with that. It's not nearly as bad as I was worried it would be. It is still going to be somewhat tedious to finish out, but I'm getting there. I mean, if nothing else, I got all the like super clear trophies, achievements, excuse me, out of the way. So really, the worst one left is getting a million roses, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm actually have to start. I might have to grind that out when I'm editing. In fact, that is probably what I'm gonna do. Uh, but yeah, I mean, if nothing else, I'm not especially like worried about the remainder trophies in terms of skill level. I'm so fucking good at video games. Two hanged. I don't know if I need two hanged. I mean, this is not the biggest deal in the world. Whatever. I guess I'll get rid of hanged just because it's whatever. Hunged. Actually, what am I saying? I'm not gonna. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna finish We Love Katamari tomorrow. Actually, or like do stuff for it because I might have to focus on grinding in this game. I don't know what my grinding schedule is gonna be. I would ideally like to like grind it out so I don't have to like delay next week's segment, but I don't know. I mean, if I delay next week's segment, that means I'm not uploading another segment for the rest of December because I am not recording for Christmas or New Year's because I think those are both. Well, I think the 30th is a Thursday. Yeah, today's the no wait. It's the 29th. Is the Thursday. I guess I wouldn't have a reason not to record. Whatever. Yay! The segment's over, guys. I still don't know what the fuck's up with my PS2 right now. My PS2. My fellow Americans. My PS2 is fucky wucky. Actually, it's not the PS2, it's the disc. Whatever. I am going to stop the segment here, like I said. Yeah. I have a lot of grinding to do. I genuinely am not looking forward to it, but it must be done. If by any chance I do not record next week, do not expect a segment until 2026. I'm not even gonna bother making a fucking community post about it. Just you should know better than to expect for me to do that on my days off. So, anyways, I will see you next time when we finally put this motherfucker to rest. My PS2 is so excited. You can hear her grinding on this dick. What am I saying? Anyways, bye.